So happy first day of spring. I just got back home from what might be one of my best thrift hauls from my favorite thrift store. And the awesome thing is they were running a 75% off clearance sale on all clothes and shoes. Going into this year, I set some new boundaries for myself when it came to thrifting clothing, and I pretty much have stuck to it. I really haven't bought any clothes from the thrift store since last year. So my rules are I have to be able to make it into something else. It's natural fibers, or it's a really, really nice pair of jeans with nothing wrong with it. Like, it could be the perfect fit, but the wash is not right. It's a no. I went to the thrift store today because I knew they were running this sale, and I didn't go crazy. There was a lot of things that I could have bought that I didn't, and I'm really, really happy with the things that I did buy. All right, first up is this green skirt. It is so fun. I love this color. I think this is going to be a really big color this spring. I felt this and it's so soft, and I thought, well, I'm probably breaking rule number 2. It's probably a synthetic fiber, but where am I going to find a skirt like this? So I thought that I had broken my rule, but then when I got home and I looked at this, so I was looking for a tag, and there's a really old tag on it. So I can tell that this is vintage, but then if you look what it says, 100% merino wool. So I was so pumped when I saw that because I didn't break my rule. It is a wool skirt, but it is so soft and so flowy. I thought there was no way that this could be natural fiber, but I guess it's merino. The old tag tells me that it's probably vintage, at least 20 to 30 years old. So I'm really excited to try this on. I haven't tried it on. As soon as I picked up the skirt, I turned around and I saw this Eddie Bauer tee. I just love the contrast trim, and it's really nice and flowy. And I guess I should add a rule number 4. I think I should say yes to basics, because my basics drawer is actually pretty empty, and I'm gonna get so much wear out of this t-shirt. I just know it. I really don't have very many t-shirts, but I just love the look of just a nice simple tee with a pair of jeans. I'll be wearing it quite a bit. I know I'll get use out of it. And this is probably only like, I don't know, 25 cents, 50 cents with the 75% off. Next up is not clothing. It's this cute little placemat. I thought this would be so cute to put on my dining room table, just right in the middle. So I can put the little centerpiece right on top of it. I thought it's just such a cute pattern for spring, and it's not very often that you find a white linen from the thrift store with no blemishes on it. There was no price tag on this, but I would guess it was probably only $1 or $2. The next thing I found was this vintage or retro, either vintage or retro swim top. I just think this is so cute. It reminds me so much of the bikinis that my mom would wear when I was a kid. She had her collection of 90s bikinis, and they were all this fabric. I don't remember what it's called. Maybe this is rayon. It doesn't even say. Let's see. Oh, it's nylon and lycra, but it feels different than the swimsuits that they make today. It's a little bit shinier, but I really like the cut of this. It doesn't have padding in it. So I was thinking I would try out those silicone like cakes, I think they're called. I think I don't wear bikinis really, but I thought just, you know, if we ever went on a vacation or if I was just hanging out around the house, maybe this would be kind of fun. Next is this cute little scrunchie. I just love a scrunchie with a tail on it. I think it's just so fun and cute. Perfect for spring. And the last thing I found was this Old Navy dress. It's a 97% cotton, so it's really lightweight and breathable, and I'm gonna count it as almost 100% cotton. The construction of it is really nice. It's got a zipper in the back, and double lined in the front. And looking at the tag, you can just kind of tell that it's old, like at least 10 to 20 years old, I would guess, just because the tag looks a little bit different. It just feels a little bit higher quality than what you get from Old Navy these days. So I am excited to try this on. I think it will be a really cute spring dress with a little cardigan maybe for Easter. That would be fun. So that is my thrift haul for spring. Today is actually the first day of spring, so it feels fitting that everything that I got is like a light springy color, and it will fit in perfectly with my dream spring wardrobe. So happy first day of spring. Let's go plant some seeds.
I have some really big garden plans this year, just like every other year it seems, but my hope is that with each passing year, I am able to accomplish more and more of those plans. Last year, my focus was mainly on my vegetable garden, and it was a little bit disappointing because the space I had picked out for the vegetable garden just did not have great soil. So this year we're trying a new spot for our vegetable garden. But something else exciting that's happening this year is I am putting in a cottage garden around our house. I've been becoming a little more interested in flower gardening over the last few years, but it's one of those things that I've just had a hard time taking the time to learn more about, or even knowing where to start and what to plant. I am super excited though because I'm working with Caroline. Her Instagram handle is Figment Cottage Gardens, and she just does such amazing work putting together cottage gardens, and she made a plan for me and around my house. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do the entire plan this year, but I'm at least going to try to tackle the one big garden that's on the north side of the house. Today I am planting a lot of basil, some cilantro, and a few, I think it was jalapeno peppers, habanero peppers, and just one variety of tomatoes. I really enjoy growing tomatoes, so I will definitely be planting a lot more of those, but I ran out of seeds. The weather this time of year in Minnesota is always so crazy. This was the first day of spring. As you can see, it was so sunny and bright and warm. And I think this one was the next morning or maybe the day after. Frozen rain on the windows, snow on the ground. Luckily, the snow was gone about a day or two later and the sun was back. So I decided it was time to strip down my bedding and replace my ripped sheets with something new. I have had a vision of what my dream bedding would look like, and I've kind of been pinning the same iteration of that over and over and over again. So I had an idea of what I was going for, and I was on a mission to accomplish just that. I want to say thank you to Target for sponsoring this portion of the video. As you could see in my inspiration photos, I had a very distinct vibe I was going for: floral, gingham check, and colorful, and I feel like I was able to totally replicate that feeling and that look that I was going for. And let me tell you, my bed has been made every day since. Switching out your bedding is one of those low effort projects with a huge impact. It's the perfect little upgrade for spring. Another project I tackled this week was decluttering my bathroom cabinets. I have been on a years-long journey of decluttering. It's been such a slow process, but just in the last few months, I really started to take it seriously with what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to get rid of. And this cabinet is just one of those places where clutter seems to accumulate really fast, but it is definitely an area that I don't do the greatest job of keeping up with. I don't think that putting everything in baskets is going to solve all my problems, but I do think that decluttering and putting things in baskets can make a big difference. There was a couple organizational tools that just weren't working in this space, so I'm going to try out a couple new things. And while I'm at it, I picked up a matching set of towels and hand towels because we don't have a matching set, and sometimes it just feels good to have it all be the same color. I absolutely love this turntable that's on the middle shelf there. It has high sides, so it's perfect for hair products and body products because when you turn it, things aren't falling out of it. if that makes any sense. I had one without high sides and everything was just falling all over the place. We've owned our house for 8 years and I cleaned out this cabinet and there were 3 boxes in the very back of it that I had never taken out before, and today I opened them up and I found these pictures taken and printed by the previous owner. There were 3 boxes full of photographs between 30 and 40 years old. This is a picture of the previous owner. It was in the first envelope that I had taken out, and I found this photo of her with all of her dried flowers, and I just think that's so special. But I just think it's so cool that she grew flowers and dried them, and now I'm beginning my gardening journey. That type of flower that she's holding on to, I had actually just planted that morning some of that exact flower. We do know her family, so we're going to give all of these photos that we found to them. I think this is just such a lovely coincidence that I happened to plant those exact flowers that were in that photo just that same morning. I'm really excited about my garden plans this year, so follow along if you want to see more. I'm going to be documenting my whole cottage garden and vegetable garden journey. I just love the way that the sunlight hits my messy kitchen in the morning. It's just so warm and cozy, and it just feels like spring. I hope you had a wonderful first week of spring. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.